It is up to all of us to set the example to create a positive atmosphere of fun and spirit that respects our opponents and supports our team.
We are the Haddam-Killingworth Cougars. We view the basketball court as an extension of the classroom where we learn the principles of sportsmanship, fair play, and respect of others. We ask that you support the student athletes from both schools by treating the players, coaches, officials, and opposing fans with dignity and respect.
Thank you, ladies. Tell your family and friends that could not make it to today's game that they can view it live on YouTube Live by going to Valley TV Live. And now for the starting lineup for the Cougars. At forward, number 9, freshman, number 4, Leah Sinowski. At guard, sophomore, number 33, Tessa Willis. At forward, sophomore, number 24, Ella McGlynn. At guard, junior, number 14, Anna Nandi. At guard, junior, number 10, Belle Carini. The head coach of the Cougars is Scott Medeiros. And now for your Valley Warriors. At guard, sophomore, number 4, Alina Crosby. At guard, sophomore, number 2, Addison Marquez. Freshman, at forward, number 10, Salma Miller. Senior, at guard, number 14, Heather Jones. Senior, at guard, number 12, Lexi Finnerty. The Valley Warriors and head coach is Jeff Constant, assisted by Allison Whitney and Lauren Budney. Please rise and kindly remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Valley Regional High School on this brisk winter's eve for a Shoreline Conference contest between the visiting Cougars of Haddam-Killingworth and your Valley Regional Warriors. This is a rematch of teams that met up a couple weeks back. Valley was able to prevail in the first one, and we'll look to get the season sweep on HK, and we'll see what they've got. This is Brad Pittman giving you the play-by-play tonight here for Valley TV. Always a pleasure to be a part of things. I'm joined on the mic tonight by a special guest, my son, Lyle Pittman. And we've got a great crew here. Ella Pittman running center camera. My man, Sam Walschlager, running the end line. And back in the booth, Peter Halsey is our director tonight. Salmi Miller jumps up, and Alina Crosby able to corral the tip, and it gets to Addie Marquez, who will try to initiate the offense here from the point guard position. Down to the baseline, back up to Addie. She sees Lexi Finnerty cutting across the top of the key there, and it's in the corner to Heather Jones, the senior. Here's Marquez again, looking for something. Finds a lane, finds Salmi Miller for 2 points. The freshman gets on the board right off the bat. Let's see what HK can do to counter. Ball squirts away and is collected by Addie Marquez. Here comes the Valley offense in the fast break. Alina saves that one, but it ends up in the hands of the HK player. Back it goes in transition. And unable to convert is HK's number 14, Anna Biondi. Here comes to Alina Crosby. She takes the baseline jumper, unable to hit it, and that falls out, but will stay in the hands of Valley Regional. Addie Marquez to inbound it in a box set for Valley. And it gets to Salmi Miller. Now out to Addie in the corner. She dribbles up top of the key. HK comes out in a man-to-man defense. Looks like they paying a good deal of attention to Valley's leading scorer, Lexi Finnerty, number 12. Really hawking her with the defense. Addie Marquez makes a move to the lane, but is fouled along the way. Looks like it'll be another out of bounds under the hoop play. Here comes Lexi Finnerty. She dishes to Heather Jones in the corner. And it's good for 3. Heather knocks it down. Valley in the man-to-man defense. HK finds a good shot. Belle Carini knocks down the banker. And it's 5-2 Valley in the early going of this first quarter. Lexi Finnerty with the ball. Oh, passes it in the wrong direction. Ella McGlynn, the forward for HK, collects the steal there, and HK will initiate the offense. Down into the baseline to number 4, whose name I don't have. Tessa Wills with the ball. Goes back to McGlynn. Oh, unable to convert. And looks like we went over the back on the rebounding action on McGlynn. And we'll go to Valley. Valley with 2 sophomore guards, a promising part of their future. Point guard Addie Marquez and shooting guard Alina Crosby. Addie brings the ball up, and it goes to Alina on the wing. Addie cutting in the front. Out to Lexi Finnerty. There's Addie in the corner. She's driving, pulling up. Nice shot, Addie Marquez. Valley picks up the 5-point lead. Anna Biondi looking to initiate. Gets it to Belle Carini. Here's Anna Biondi again. Number 4, again, I got to track down her name. Over to the wing to Carini. Inside, McGlynn. Oop. Oh, a little bit of body there from the freshman Salmi Miller. It looks like she picks up her first foul. A line set on the inbound play. They separate. Oh, ball trickles through, but ends up back in HK hands. And Lexi with the steal on that save and bounds. Addie running out, gets the left-handed layup to go. Addie Marquez showing that quickness she's known for. And it pays dividends right there. Valley opens up the 9-2 lead. Ooh, and HK throws it away. We have our first substitution of the game. Sophomore Reagan Brenneman checks in, replacing Salmi Miller. And again, Valley ball. Alina cutting through the middle. Dishes out to Reagan. Here comes to Alina. She's going to put the 3 ball up. It's short, and HK with a rebound to Biondi. And Biondi crosses midcourt and finds Ella McGlynn. She's driving to the hole with a purpose. Oh, unable to connect, though. And Reagan Brenneman able to come away with the defensive board. Valley is in transition. Addie at the top of the key sees Lexi Finnery coming across. She finds a teammate open. Short with the baseline jumper is Brenneman. And, oh, wrestled away by Lexi, but it gets back in the hands of HK. Tessa Wills dishes off to Biondi. Baseline cut there. Oh, ball slips through the hands, and Heather Jones comes away with it. She's got Alina Crosby breaking out. Ooh, and the foul. Looks like Alina's going to shoot 2. Alina Crosby, a name we've said a lot in this gym this year here on Valley TV, what with her being the starting setter for the Valley volleyball team. Again, just a sophomore, and she starts varsity in 2 sports already. Nice high arc on that free throw, and it finds nothing but the twine. And nothing but net there again. Nice looking form on that shot. Valley opens up the 9-point lead at 11-2 with 2:53 to go in the first quarter. Running one-hander there. Off the mark. They get the offensive rebound again. This one they're unable to save, though. HK cannot hang on to it, and it goes back to Valley. Pretty crisp, quick-moving first quarter here. We're down at about 2.5 minutes to go as Valley looks to expand upon their lead. Heather Jones gets the shot. It's a little bit long. HK coming away with a defensive rebound. It's Anna Biondi, the point guard, coming down with that one, and she looks at what's available. Jill Henry seeing some action now. And the pass is wrestled away by Reagan Brenneman. Marquez finds Alina Crosby. It goes back up top to Addie. Down to Reagan Brenneman, who's got a nice looking shot. Ooh, just off the mark. And Belle Carini comes away with a rebound. Gets it to her point guard, Biondi. There's Ella McGlynn. Hands off for the 3-point shot, but unable to connect is Biondi. Crosby comes away with it. Oh, nice job stealing that ball. Ooh, but just a bit over the head of Carini and unable to collect it and go for the uncontested layup is Belle Carini. Back comes Salmi Miller. To the bench goes Heather Jones. Coach Jeff Constant calls out the play. Rhode Island. We'll see what that looks like. Looks like we're looking for the wing. Skip pass over the top of the defense. Addie is open for the shot, but it's no good. There's Biondi. No good. It's deflected away by Addie Marquez. Lexi Fernity comes away with the ball. She's getting dogged, but now Valley's ahead of the pack there and has the numbers. Alina gets hit, and she's going back to the line where she looks pretty comfortable. While so far a pretty one-sided affair, Valley pressing the advantage in transition and has done all the just about all of the scoring so far.
HK, they've lucked out once or twice. They had that open layup, just a bad pass by...
Yeah, just a little bit too much on that one, over the head of her teammate, right?
Yeah.
But right there in the action, got the Biondi got the drive to the hoop. Reach in there on Alina Crosby. She picks up her first foul, and Biondi will get a chance at the line. And hits the first of 2. And the second is good as well. HK closes the gap to 11-4. Panther is the call this time. And it goes to Crosby on the wing. She finds Finnerty, who's, for the moment, double-teamed. All right, now I'm thinking maybe this isn't a man-to-man defense. I wonder if we've got ourselves something like a box and one here. For those unfamiliar, it would be the type of defense where one person is played man-to-man very aggressively and the others are in a zone defense to try to really close down on that one good score. And certainly Lexi Finnerty fits that description. The foul on Reagan Brenneman underneath, as Ella McGlynn will go to the free throw line. Lexi, who recently scored her 1,000th point for Valley Varsity, has been a major, major contributor to this program ever since she arrived as a freshman, and to the tune of 1,000 points as of a few games back. McGlynn knocks that down the first one, and HK's got a little bit of a run going right now. They've closed the gap to 11-5. I apologize for a little gap in commentary there. I had to pause to sneeze. Coming across to Addie Marquez. She surveys the situation. Tries to thread the needle there to Salmi Miller, but unable to do so. But nice job by, I guess we called a foul there. I saw a held ball, but the referee saw a reach. And that'll be 2 on Reagan Brenneman. And so with 4.9 on the clock here in the first quarter, HK will have one opportunity to get a shot off and try to close the gap. No, not going to happen. And so we go into the second quarter with Valley leading 11-6 so far. Valley coming into this game at 8-7. They have made it to states, which is great news. At this point, they've got 5 games left to try to improve their seeding and see if they can get themselves a home game in the playoffs. They were off to a tough start this year. Started out 3-6 before reeling off 5 straight wins and securing that playoff berth at 8-6. Then lost a tough one on the road to North Brantford by a score of 44-43. Along the way, did beat this HK team by 20 points at HK, 54-34. So it's shaping up like a pretty good season for this Valley team that's got a combination of experienced seniors and some pretty promising young players in the sophomore and freshman class. HK, for their part, is coming into the game at 3-12 and has some work to do if they want to extend their season into the state playoffs. They've got to win out, basically. So Valley does have the opportunity to spoil the party for HK on making the state tournament this year. We come back and we see Heather Jones, Lena Crosby, Addie Marquez, Lexi Finnerty, and Salmi Miller are the 5 on the floor for Valley. And I see sort of a 3-2 zone being deployed by HK, so Valley will try to solve that. No, this is a diamond and 1. I think that's what we're looking at. Yeah. So in this defense, Lexi Finnerty is being dogged by number 4. And the rest of the girls are in sort of a diamond shape, adjusting to what the Valley offense does and basically challenging the other 4 players to beat them. Not necessarily a bad strategy when you have yourself an elite scorer like Lexi Finnerty you're trying to defend against. But Valley has shown that other players can score for them. They do get whistled for the travel there, and so it'll be HK ball. Valley bringing a little press now. Trapping, and the timeout is called. Nice work by Addie Marquez and Salmi Miller to apply the trap and necessitate the timeout for HK, their first. One big long-time contributor to the Valley program I see is not in uniform tonight. That's Sadie Constant. Has started many games this year, but she appears to be in her street clothes, and I guess perhaps there's an injury or illness I'm unaware of, and doesn't look like she'll be playing tonight. But still here to support her teammates. Another trap, and this time reaps dividends. Number 4 for HK recovers and knocks that one away as Finnerty tried to thread the pass through to Addie Marquez. Another box set on the inbound play. And it comes into Alina Crosby. Hands off to Finnerty. Sends it to Miller. A little screen. Alina shot fakes and goes, but the lane is closed. Addie resets. Nice cut by Lexi Finnerty. She is able to knock the shot down and draw the foul. Nice job. And Lexi's on the board. The defense has been very keyed up on her, and so they haven't gotten. I think that may be her first or second shot.
As you said earlier, she's been a weapon all year. Hit her 1,000th point. I'm not surprised they're doubling up on her. They just showed she was a weapon on that play.
Yep. Ooh, HK's got the player. Oh, but again, the pass is just a little bit too high. They saw it. They had the opportunity there, beating the press, but unable to connect. Lexi's with it. Heather Jones gets the ball on the baseline and sends the shot up. Salmi Miller is able to collect it. Oh, she gets called for another travel. And the ball goes back to HK as number 20 checks in for HK, and I don't have her name either. I guess I need to do a little more research before this. Several of the players have their names on the CIAC roster on the website, but a couple of them, number 4, number 20, I'm in the dark. HK into the baseline corner. Tessa Wills there, a name that's familiar to boys basketball fans. I'm guessing maybe the sister of a couple of Wills brothers who come through the boys basketball program. I'm familiar with them from having coached the boys basketball team as part of the staff for the last few years. And in fact, there is a Wills who's a senior on the boys team right now. I believe their leading scorer. It comes up top. And there's the three-point shot. Ooh, the bank is open. That one drops for Anna Biondi. And Coach Constant decides he'd like to talk over that play because they just closed the gap to 14-9. With 6 minutes to go here in the second quarter, HK has closed the gap to 14-9. All right, Valley inbounds the ball. We see Ava Cunningham checking in, another promising young freshman who starts at point guard for the JV team, getting some minutes now as Alina Crosby goes to the bench. And there's Ava with the ball now. She's a quick one. Gets into the lane, passes back out to Addie Marquez. Back to Ava Cunningham. Lexi Finnerty cutting all over the place, trying to get the ball, but being dogged by defensive specialist there, number 4 for HK. Finnerty dishes back up top. Cunningham on the wing. She finds Alexia on the way through the lane, but she got too deep under the hoop. And back the other way it goes. Here's Biondi at the top. Comes underneath into the post. Turnaround shot goes long and knocked out of bounds by Biondi. White ball going down. Lexi gets the ball. Almost went for that three-point shot, but decided she didn't quite have the window for it. Skip pass to Ava Cunningham, but she shuffles the feet before she goes, and the travel is called. And here comes Anna Biondi once more to initiate the HK offense as they sit behind 5 points with 4:41 to go in the second quarter. Up top it comes to Belcarini. Now number 4, that defensive workhorse who's been working on Lexi Finnerty. Comes to the wing. The baseline 3 coming up. Oh, just managed to rim out. Ooh. Finnerty finds Ava Cunningham, but she can't corral it. It comes to the top of the key. And the half-court offense is initiated here by... Oh, look at that. Addie Marquez just calmly stepping into the 3. What's that you say, Lyle?
Magic, just absolute magic. Open 3, just magic.
Dribbles right up into it, stops, look up, sees that she's alone, and just lets it go. And just like that, Valley's back up 17-9. In transition, Finnerty hands off to Heather Jones. Comes up top once again to Marquez. Oh, Marquez tries to find the hole, get through there to Finnerty. Oh, we got the carrying violation on Belcarini, and ball goes back to Valley. Here comes another of the promising young freshmen. Bitsy Klomp, number 11, checks in, replacing Ava Cunningham. And it looks like we've seen just about all of the Valley roster check in, with the lone exception of Hannah Jenkins, who hasn't made it in there yet, but probably will at some point. Here's Heather Jones, back up to Finnerty. She's got a shot, and it drops. Well, the three-point shot does change things, doesn't it, Lyle?
Yes, it does.
20-9 is the margin now as Valley opens up their biggest lead of the game. Into the key. McGlynn, yes, and it counts. She gets the layup and the hit. And that is on, Reagan Brenneman, which means she's got 3 fouls, and we're going to see Salmi Miller check back in as Reagan's got herself a little bit of foul trouble. The free throw is off, but rebounded by HK. Nice job by number 20 there. Unable to finish. And what do we got here? No, Heather Jones picks up the foul in the rebounding action, and that's the 7th foul on Valley. So looks like 20 will shoot 1 and 1. It's short, just does get a little bit of iron so they don't blow the whistle, and the ball is live. Addie Marquez brings it up. Here's Bitsy Klomp. She sees a shot she likes. Chases, oop. All right, the ball was chased down by number 20 for HK, but the foot goes out of bounds, and Addie Marquez will inbound it to Bitsy Klomp. Comes back to Addie and back to Bitsy. Ball screen set, and Addie pulls the trigger on the 3 ball. Held ball in the rebounding action. Good job by Salmi Miller to get in there on the offensive rebounding action. Looks like that trapping press is here again. There's the trap. But they get to the middle, and now they've got the advantage if they can capitalize on it. Ooh. Okay, the rebound off the transition bucket there. Valley unable to make the press work for them, and as often is the case when a press fails, it turns into Bit of a layup clinic for the other team. Coach Constant doesn't like what he sees, calls the quick timeout. Looks like he's got the full timeout this time. Lead shrinks to 20-13 with 2:22 to go here in the second quarter. Well, Lyle, seems like the strategy is, largely containing the Valley offense so far. Valley's had some three balls go down. But Lexi Finnerty hasn't gone off yet, and that clearly the HK strategy appears to be, let's make someone else beat us.
Yeah, that seems just to be the case. If they could lock up the main score, then they might have a chance at getting this win, getting one step closer to playoff berth.
Of course, that means they've got to play great defense on everybody else and do it in a zone that has room to maneuver, and therefore open shots like that are becoming available. It's just a question of whether Valley knocks them down or not. Heather Jones unable to hit that one, but she has one of the 3-point shots that has Valley with a 7-point lead right now. Addie Marquez with another, and despite their best efforts, Finnerty has a 3 as well. And the foul's starting to add up here for Valley, and here comes that Hannah Jenkins I mentioned before, another one of the younger players. Sophomore checking in for Heather Jones. Number 20 goes to the line, shooting 1-on-1. First one drops in. Short on the second. It's a foot race to the ball, and HK gets there. Coming up over the top with the pass. Ooh, unable to connect though. And now Salmi collects the rebound and gets the outlet pass to Bitsy Klomp. Here comes in transition. Lexi Finnerty sees. Ooh. She saw Hannah Jenkins open underneath for a moment. Wow. Called out of bounds there. Looked like some contact, but all right. And HK brings it back down. Trailing 20-14 with 1:35 to go in the period. Interior pass to Ella McGlynn. She's able to get the turnaround jumper to go. And it's a 5-point, no, check that, 4-point Valley lead. Valley been stuck here, I think, since they went ahead 20-9. And that one's long. And here comes HK in transition. Bitsy Klomp hounding the ball. Biondi unable to. Ooh. Well done. The ball was getting away, but Biondi was able to turn it. Wait, that wasn't Biondi. That was Carini, Belle Carini. Able to collect the ball, turn around, and keep her wits enough to deliver it to trailing Ella McGlynn, who finishes. And now, what was an 11-point Valley lead has shrunk to just 2. Once again, Jeff Constant doesn't like what he sees and calls the timeout. Needs to see his girls start turning it around. A few too many turnovers lately, and HK, to their credit, is jumping on those and getting some transition baskets here in the second quarter. Just under a minute to go. Valley ball coming in with a 2-point lead at 20-18. Here comes Addie Marquez. Ball screen coming. Oh, nice wide open lane. She dishes to Alina Crosby in the corner. Back up to Addie on the wing. She brings it back up top. Again, they continue to dog Lexi Finnerty. Hard for her to get a touch. Here's one for her, but it's 27 feet from the hoop. Oh, she finds a lane. Nice take. Oh, but it does not roll in. Golly. Yet another foul, too, on the action. Salmi Miller's going to pick one up there, coming over the back, and HK is headed back to the free throw line. That's Salmi's second, so keep an eye on that. The inside players for Valley with 3 and 2 fouls as we approach halftime. That one looks long and right. Infinity collects it. We've got the woman down on the other end, so we've got numbers here for Valley. Here comes to Addie as the defense recovers, and they continue that diamond and one defense. Salmi gets it inside, but she's unable to collect the ball and shuffles the feet trying to do so. About 18 seconds on the clock for HK to try to tie or take the lead here before we go in for halftime. Been a tough second quarter. It started out very much in Valley's favor, but HK has closed the gap and been a long time since Valley has scored. Nice job by Heidi Marquez to get a hand in there, and Valley will get a chance to widen their lead with 5.8 seconds on the board. Alina sends it in. Heidi's got it. She turns the corner. Lexi pulls up. Oh! The little runner does not quite go in, and we go to the half with Valley in the lead at 20-18. Lyle, a half that started out looking very much like it might go kind of a one-sided affair. 11-2 was an early score. Eventually, HK made a run, but Valley then made a big run with some three-point shots. Opened up the 20-11 lead, but then, which keeping 20-9 lead, and then HK closes out the half on a 9-0 run, built on a number of turnovers, some fouls, and some good transition basketball by the Cougars. We'll see when we get to the second half what Jeff Constant can do, maybe to make some adjustments in terms of how to handle this diamond and one defense that's being thrown at their leading scorer, Lexi Finity, and hopefully cut down on the turnovers so they can keep the pedal to the metal and continue to play well. We're going to take a little pause and stretch our feet, get a little drink of water, and we'll be back with you before the second half starts. Thanks for watching Valley TV. Well, now that snuck up on me. We are back live. Second half action underway. The HK 3 ball misses. And they continue to press the attack, though, after the offensive rebound. And the second half kind of picks up where the first left off, with Valley committing a foul. This one is on Heather Jones, number 14, is her third foul. Valley gets the ball back while my head is turned. Ooh, nice little give and go. And Addie Marquez knocks down the jumper in the lane, and it's 22-18. The press is applied. Offensive foul is called on number 33, Tessa Wills, for HK. Ball goes back to Valley. Valley goes out with their same 5 they started the first half with, and it looks like HK is still in that diamond and 1 defense. What do we got there? Blocking foul is called as Addie Marquez drives to the basket. Addie sees what I just saw there, which is that in this diamond and 1, the risk the defense has to put up with is that they're leaving some pretty wide open lanes that a decisive slasher like Addie can exploit if she decides to do so. And so she found a lane there, drove to the basket. The HK defender was late to close, and shooting 2. Then Addie goes 2 for 2, and quickly Valley jumps ahead to 24-18. A trapping press is applied, and they've got her closed in. Ooh. And HK is able to get it over the line, and now they've got the easy layup. Oh, but they're unable to connect. Alexi Finnerty splits coming out of the pack. She sees Addie. There's Alina Crosby open on the wing, but unable to connect. And the rebound is collected over the top of Addie, but turned back over to Lexi. Here comes Lexi. Alina passes down to Heather Jones in the baseline. Comes up top to Addie Marquez. She'll reset. Ball screen comes. There's Heather wide open for the 3. Oh, but it's long. Comes right to Sally Miller, though. Alina Crosby back out. Here comes Selena. Ooh, fakes the 3. Gets her leaning. Unable to connect on that baseline jumper, but Lexi Finnerty with a great offensive rebound, and Addie is... Ooh, the 3-pointer is off, but she's going to shoot 3 times because she got fouled by number 10, Belmont Carini, for HK. Opportunity to really open the lead up a little bit here for Addie. First one goes down for the sophomore point guard.
That singular 1 possession, how long do you think that lasted?
That was a good point, Lyle. I want to say it was close to a minute of action there, during which Valley either had the ball or was busy collecting a ball that was errantly thrown by HK on an attempt at an outlet pass. So it's been down that end of the floor for quite a while. Addie's able to knock down 2 of 3, and Valley opens up the 26-18 lead. Here comes the press. And Alina anticipates. She can't hit the layup, but does get her own rebound. Comes back to her. That one's short, though. HK is able to clear it this time. Valley will retreat on defense. Alina takes the ball. Oh. The 3 is long and comes to Alina on the rebounding action. She's going to drive till somebody stops her. Looks like no one wants to. Oh, she's unable to connect, though, on the layup. And HK with a rebound. Nice job by Addie Marquez. Ties up number 20, and the possession arrow points to Valley. And the ball will stay down there. Alina with a little head fake. Finds Addie. She sends up the 3, but it's off the mark. And now we've got ourselves a race. Oh. little push in the back there from Alina Crosby. And it means that Belle Carini will head to the free throw line, looking to cut into this 8-point Valley lead. First one goes down for Carini. That one misses, but it's collected inside. Number 20 collects it, but takes a step before she gets that ball on the floor and just called for the travel. And it goes back to Valley with a 26-19 lead. Here's Lexi Finnerty with the ball. Gets it to Marquez. Over the top to Crosby. Comes back around the perimeter. Just a little short there and collected. Valley continued to harass the ball, though, deep in the backcourt. And the ref is waving that arm. I mean, had to be close to 10 seconds, but not quite close enough. Valley looks to be in a zone now, if I've got it right. Looks like a 2-3. Packed in pretty tight. Leaving room for that shot, but it's long. HK collects the rebound. Comes up top. The three-pointer is long this time and comes to Lexi Finnerty. She looks for a guard or just some room to run. Heather Jones gets it up top to Addie Marquez. Now back to Crosby and then to Addie once more. She turns the corner off the ball screen. Heather Jones with a skip pass to Alina Crosby. Splashes the elbow jump shot there. Very pretty. Good ball movement by Valley on that one. Here comes that press. And Addie knocks it away. Oh, but she cannot collect the pass. HK will bring the ball up.
The press is dangerous, but sometimes it pays off in even easy 2 points.
Yes. Ooh, that one rolls across the rim. And Heather Jones collects the rebound. Here we go. Lexi Finnerty looking for some offense. She'll give it back to Marquez. Yes, Lyle, the press is it's a risky strategy, and that if it's beaten, it usually can mean some layups. However, it often will disrupt a team and result in turnovers. Nice shot there by Belle Carini. And timeout is called by, I believe, HK. Yes, indeed. Full timeout called by HK. So it's time for the raffle. We'll take a little break here.
All right, here we go. 7, 4, 8, 4, 9, 4. 494, $63. You got it. Thank you very much. Thank you for supporting the girls.
Looks like HK wants to press the pressing team now. They're going to see if they can disrupt Valley's getting the ball up the court. And, well, okay, no, they're backing off now. So I guess looked like they were setting up the press, but they're going to stay in this diamond and one. Lexi able to find a lane that time. Addie gets the ball right in stride, and she's fouled. Lexi Finnerty will go to the line and shoot two. Number 1, Ava Cunningham has checked in for Valley. Ava is not only a varsity basketball player, she's a varsity cross-country runner who was first-team All-Shoreline as a freshman. That's a runner right there, folks. No easy task making first-team All-Shoreline, especially as a freshman. Reagan Brenneman has also checked back into the game for Valley. number 20. Sitting on 3 fouls right now, and maybe that's part of why Valley's in this 2-3 zone, trying to share defensive responsibility and keep their bigs from getting into more foul trouble. Hey, great look from Lexi Finnerty right there. Finds Addie Marquez, passing over the top in transition. Gets the bucket. Very nicely executed. Valley opens the 9-point lead back up. And they reestablish themselves in the 2-3 zone. 2-point shot, long two-pointer is missed. Yep. We have a difference of agreement on the call from the refs. One ref gestured held ball. The other one called foul. Foul on, it's on HK. I believe that's on, actually I'm not sure who that's on. Ooh, it's Ella McGlynn, and she has picked up her 4th. That's a pretty big deal for their 5'10" forward. Only a sophomore. Promising future for young Miss McGlynn. And in fact, there's not a senior, well, there's one senior listed on the roster, but no jersey number. Maybe she's one of these 2 players who I don't know who they are. Number 20 is checked in for her. Reagan Brenneman down on the baseline now. Here's Ava Cunningham. Back up top to Addie Marquez. Marquez surveys the situation. Screen coming across from Finnerty. It's knocked away. Heady play there by Anna Biondi. Ava Cunningham able to grab that ball, but it's off of HK and comes back to Valley. Addie finds Lexi on the drive. Nice finish by Lexi. Right in the stride again. Excellent job by Addie Marquez. And Lexi Finnerty on the finish. Valley equals their largest lead at 32-21. And nice job again by Lexi. She's able to get a hand on that, and it goes right to Reagan Brenneman. Here she comes cutting through the lane again. Boy, took a little shot in the back, it looked like. She's going back to the free throw line, shooting 2. Lexi saying, enough of this. I'm not going to let this junk defense hold me back. And by the way, that's not an insult for those unfamiliar with the term. Box and 1, diamond and 1, triangle and 2. These are defenses that are commonly referred to as junk defenses. They're known to be sort of a gimmick defense that is, like I said, designed to try to contain one player. But if there are skilled players at other positions on the floor, they should be able to take advantage of it. Anyway, Lexi extends the lead out to 13 for Valley. Valley's biggest lead of the game. See how HK counters. They get a good shot inside, and it drops for number 20. And here comes Addie Marquez. She finds Reagan Brenneman in the corner, comes back out up top. Back to Reagan. And back out top again. Reversed to Ava Cunningham. She finds a lane. Sends the bounce pass to Reagan Brenneman, but nice job by number 33, Tessa Wills, to get a hand on it and send it out of bounds. Valley will take the ball out. 40 seconds on the clock here in the third quarter. Addie finds Lexi again, and she finds a lane to the hoop. Ooh, almost got enough English on that to drop it, but she is going back to the line again. She is finding her ways to score. First one drops, and Valley's lead goes to 12 at 35-23 with 32 seconds on the clock here. And it drops 36-23. HK looks to counter. To number 11, Sophie Gramala. Hadn't seen her yet, or maybe if we had, I just didn't notice. Here's Gramala now looking for the interior entry pass there. She gets it there, but the shot is errant. And going the other way, I thought maybe Valley got a hand on that, and maybe the other official might have saw it the same way I did, and it looks like it's coming staying down this way. HK ball. They set up a line inbounds play there. See who's this intended to get to. Goes to the corner. 14 looks inside for 20, but rolls off of her. Oh! Errant outlet pass from Reagan Brenneman after the steal. 5 seconds on the clock. Shot goes up, and Addie's off to the races. Oh! She manages to get the glass, but does not drop. With Valley with an impressive quarter there that they won by 11 points to extend their lead out to 36-23. Good things happening right now in the Valley side of the game here.
Over halftime, it seemed that Jeff Constant has worked with Lexi on how to get open and how to break through that Diamond 1 defense.
Yeah, she's making hard cuts right through the middle of the lane. There are gaps in the defense unless you're going to just ignore the other offensive players. And so she's finding those seams, getting the ball in stride. You got to give some credit as well to Addie Marquez, whose entry passes have been pinpoint, right on the money, getting to her where she can do something with it right away. More often than not, she's getting a shot up. Sometimes it's going in. Other times she's getting fouled, but either way, Lexi Finnerty's presence is known.
So it's basically either let every single one of your opponent's team score and lock up the best player, or lock up the entire team and let the best player score.
Sometimes we have to make these difficult choices. When we play Old Saybrook in Valley boys basketball, we have to watch out for Shane Henderson that way, and we don't do a zone defense, but we put really tight man defense on him and try to rotate fresh bodies on him, and no help off of him. HK opens up the quarter with a long 2-point shot, and Valley's unable to connect on the other end. So they're back on defense in that 2-3 zone again. Oop, that ball skips over the top and is collected by Addie Marquez. Tipped away from her, but it's Valley ball. Here comes Alina Crosby checking back in. Heather Jones will go to the bench. Alina playing more like a 3 now, definitely a wing player, as Valley kind of has a 2-point guard attack right now with Ava Cunningham and, of course, Addie Marquez, who I don't believe has come out of the game tonight. She's been a workhorse. Here comes to Lexi. Reagan's looking for the ball inside, but Marquez brings it out up top. Oh, a little give and go between Finnerty and Marquez. What do we got? Steps there. A little shuffling of the feet as she gathered the ball, and here comes the press. Reagan Brenneman on the ball. Nope. Okay, they're going to let it go and try to beat him in the half court, I guess. Valley with a 10-point lead. HK able to score inside, and they close the gap to 8 points. Valley looking for a score here. Wanted to keep this margin on the safer side. Here's Lena on the wing. Back up to Addie at the top. Here comes Lexi Finnerty up top. She gets the ball. Ball screen comes. Reagan pump fakes, but no shot, and it's back up top. Back to Lexi, gets it inside. She takes it strong to the bucket, and she again draws the contact. Now they're finding ways to get her the ball, and it's difficult to stop her from scoring one way or another. If it's not putting it through the basket on the shot, then it's been the foul and shooting too. First one gets nothing but net. In comes Salmi Miller and Heather Jones. Out go Reagan Brenneman and Ava Cunningham. And that one drops as well. Boy, that's a pure looking stroke. The press is on, but HK beats it. They've got the numbers. Ooh, Addie cuts in trying to disturb the layup, but ends up drawing the contact and the and one. Nice job finishing by Tessa Wills there in transition. .5:43 to go. Valley with the 8-point lead. Oh boy. Valley unable to collect the defensive rebound off the free throw miss, and number 24, Ella McGlynn, finishes the putback. Lead is cut to 6.
A double and one is not something that you see every day.
True enough, Lyle. And the foul there goes on Alina Crosby. That's her 4th. Looks like she's going to stay in the game, however, so Coach Constant will roll the dice on her. This time Valley able to get the rebound, but the travel is called for getting up to her knees there by Reagan Brenneman. And so HK with the ball still. Oh, almost again. All right, Reagan Brenneman able to get the rebound, and here comes Addie with the ball. Valley will look to put a little more space between them and HK. Lead all the way down to 6 points. Heather Jones gets the open 3 and nails it. Oh, it's a long 2 according to the ref. But she does widen the lead as hoped for. 40-32 with about just over 5 minutes to go in the game. Oh, the shot goes long. Crosby able to get the rebound. Valley will slowly walk it up. Ball screen set by Crosby. Heather Jones again in the corner, looking. Oh, apparently she shifted her weight a little too much and traveled. In comes Bitsy Klomp, and Alina Crosby with those 4 fouls will go to the bench after all. Hadn't noticed that she was in foul trouble until she was sitting on 4 of them. Valley going with looks like a 3-2 kind of zone now. Really trying to pack the middle and daring them to hit from outside. Oh, but the offensive rebound comes to Anna Biondi, and she's able to get the jump shot to go. 40-34. Another pinpoint shot. Oh, beautifully done. Addie Marquez finds Lexi Finnerty cutting through the lane yet again. Lexi able to split the defenders and lay it in beautifully. It's 42-34. All kinds of traffic inside, but still an open inside shot. Finnerty collects it and is off to the races. Little back tip there by Biondi. Valley ball under the hoop. They set up their own little line play. Comes up top to Heather Jones. She finds Marquez down there. In the short corner to Reagan Brenneman, back up to Addie. Addie splashes the 3. Very nicely done. And there's a little more comfort for Valley with that 11-point lead. They're going to continue with this 3-2 zone and see what they can do to contain the middle. Yep. A little bit of bodying up there on number 24, Ella McGlynn. And it looks like Heather Jones picks up the foul. And they are shooting 1-1. No? Yes, 1-1 for. No, excuse me, it's not 1-1. That's also number 4 on Heather Jones, so she'll have to be careful out there. Interior pass to number 20. Ooh, and she's hit by, looks like, I think Addie Marquez on the backside help. Sure enough, it is on Addie. That's only her second, so she's not in any trouble yet. And with 3 minutes, 29 seconds to go, number 20 for HK steps to the line. Short on the first one. Shakes the hands out a little bit, looking to restore some free throw shooting mojo. trying to trim an 11-point deficit down to 10 right here with this one. And she's unable to. That one comes up short. Reagan Brenneman with the rebound, and Addie will bring the ball up. Lena Crosby back to Addie. Addie finds the lane. Here comes back to Addie. Finnerty up top. There's Alina. She's open. She's got the shot, and she drops it in. Very nicely done. Valley's lead gets back up to 13, equaling their largest margin of the game. Valley back in a man-to-man at this point. Ooh, some traffic in there. Oh, but HK ends up with the ball, and an easy make there. I've lost my headset functioning here, so I'm a little distracted. Oh, okay, I just turned the volume accidentally. Timeout is called on the floor, and Valley starting to close in on victory here. They've got an 11-point lead at 47-36 with 2 minutes and 40 seconds to go. We'll see whether HK wants to gamble and try to force the issue with a little bit of press of their own. Coach Constant probably preparing for that possibility right now. I missed who called the timeout. Did you catch that, Lyle?
I'm pretty sure it was HK, but
yeah, that would be a good time to
sure
call it
either.
after a make and set up a press. And sure enough, there's their tallest player on the court, number 20. Well, maybe their tallest. They got 24, also pretty tall. But they do have tight man, full court pressure here. But Addie is able to get free. Ball is in. They continue to provide full court man coverage as the clock ticks, but they do get it over the center court inside the 10-second limit. And Addie will initiate the offense. To Lexi Finnerty up top. HK switches defensively and switches back. Ooh, plenty of room to get through the lane there for Addie. And it looks like, if my count is right, she's going to shoot 1-and-1. Sure enough. Well, it's an interesting year for Valley. They have an elite scorer in Lexi Finnerty and some other important contributors in the senior class, although one of them is out right now, Sadie Constant. But also a lot of youth in the program and promise that represents in the years to come. One class that is not heavily represented is the juniors, so we won't see senior leadership next year. It'll be more like junior leadership with the likes of Marquez and Crosby, Brenneman leading the way, as well as some promising freshmen. HK was able to get the layup at the other end, but it's still 48-38 and we're under 2 minutes to go. They're going to have to score a bunch of points in a hurry if they want to stay in this one. Valley working the ball around the perimeter, killing some clock in the meantime, and HK has not decided to foul yet. Valley kind of weaving it around up top. Addie turns the corner, but nope, and there's the foul, and that's probably the wrong player to foul. Considering how she shoots the ball, Lexi Finnerty might not be the one you want to foul.
that's very true. Will this free throws put her into double digits?
I got a feeling she's already there, Lyle. She's stuck a three. She's had a few tough layups, and she's had a bunch of free throws. So I think she's probably up into maybe the 16 range or so. Gotten quite a few of those buckets or quite a few of those points at the free throw line. Unable to connect on the second one though, so it's 49-38 with about a minute and a half to go. Oh boy, that looked clean from here. But I think Reagan Brenneman may have just fouled out. Was that her fifth? Oh no, that's number 4. Okay. She's not done yet. Anna Biondi, the point guard, steps to the line, knocks down the first one. She's got a nice looking shot. Biondi, a junior guard, checking in at 5'3". She's taller than that from here, but well, that's what the roster says. As I said before, plenty of youth on this HK team, and only one senior on the roster, so better days ahead probably for HK. Valley comes away with a rebound, and with a 10-point lead and just over a minute to go, closing in on this one. Finnerty up top. Looks like they're not sure if they want to foul or not, but they're just weaving it back and forth between their two best ball handlers there. And finally, Addie is given the foul by Belcarini, and she'll go to the line shooting two shots now. They're at the double bonus, 10 fouls, and so she'll get 2. Just over a minute to go now, 101. Knocks down the first, and it goes to 50-39. Addie knocks down both shots. She's had a good game as the floor general today. Has done really nice work. Exploiting seams, attacking the teeth of the defense, finding Lexi Finnerty cutting through the lane, knocking down some shots of her own. Good work. The turnover, and Addie will dribble it up. Looks like Valley will be content to dribble the clock out if they let them. They're shadowing closely, but not fouling quickly. Oh, okay, now they're going to foul Alina Crosby, and she'll go to the line. And the Biondi picks up the foul. Only her second, but Alina will shoot 2. So nice job by the Valley girls tonight. Kept their poise, played through some adversity along the way. HK, to their credit, did not let a couple early leads hold them down, and they managed to fight back and close the gap on a number of occasions, all the way to 2 points at halftime. In the end, though, Valley, like I said, pretty poised. Senior leadership from Lexi Finnerty. Excellent floor general work for Addie Marquez. And it looks like they're going to salt this one away pretty soon, although HK has called the 30-second timeout with 20.4 seconds on the board. An 11-point lead for Valley at 52-41. Got a player of the game tonight, Lyle?
That's honestly hard to say, but if I had to pick anyone, I think it'd probably be Addie Marquez. She's had so many just dump-offs and dump-offs and dump-offs. A lot of assists, a lot of points. She's just played great.
Yeah, you know, it's a tough one. You almost wish you could go with a co-MVP for tonight because certainly Lexi Finnerty has provided some of what you call gravity, where the defense has to focus so much on her, it makes things happen for other people, and certainly has scored some points of her own. But I think I'm inclined to agree. Addie has really been the straw that stirs the drink tonight, taking care of the ball, run the offense, been very steady hand with your ball handling as she brings it over, gets fouled, and we'll head to the line to shoot 2 more. Also, by the way, has not come out of the game even for 1 second, I believe, tonight. Oh, and yeah, that's it for Belcarini. She's has fouled out. Pretty nice effort from her tonight, but it is not enough. Valley will go to 9-7 on the season, and will continue to work on polishing up their resume for the Shoreline and State tournaments.
Not only that, but playoff berth is impossible for HK now?
HK has been eliminated from state consideration by way of this loss. Yes, Lyle, you have to get eight wins at a minimum, and they're not going to get there, even if they win out from here. So 6 seconds on the clock here as that ticks down. They do get the shot up. It's off the mark. Reagan Brenneman, one final rebound, and the final score tonight. Your Valley Regional Warriors 54, the Haddam Killingworth Cougars 41. We thank you for tuning in tonight to Valley TV. This is Brad Pittman, thanking once again our Valley TV crew, Peter Halsey, who moved over to center camera, Sam Wolshager on the end-line camera, Ella Pittman, who switched over to directing, my cohort at the mic here, Lyle Pittman, his debut as a commentator tonight. Well done, Lyle. And once again, your final score, 54-41. Congratulations to Valley Regional Warriors, and thanks for tuning in. Good night, folks.